Hello, Olivia.
Yes.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
No. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
okay, you can see my
Yes.
screen now. Okay. And I think you didn't join the last training. Just hold on. Let's give them till exactly 6 o'clock. Then we'll start. We've covered, I think we covered this area of environment. Sorry, I'm coming. I'm chatting with somebody. Oliver, sorry. We've discussed about this because you didn't join last week, and I sent the video. Unfortunately, somehow the video did not fully record everything that we discussed. So I'm going to look at. Okay, let me just see a way of explaining briefly to you. Sorry. Now we discussed last week. We discussed about the software testing environment. Hello, are you there?
Yes, sir.
And when we discuss about the environment, we are talking about the development environment, which is where the developers will first of all build or do the coding. And once they finish the coding, they will do unit testing. Just check if the code is working. And once they certify that it's working, they will move it to testing environments. And there are different type of environment available for tester to work with. We have a testing environment, which is the first stage. They can name it anything, but most commonly they name it testing environment. Some companies call it edge. Now, after the edge, they will move it to staging, which is staging environment, just to check that once they move the develop software from one environment to another environment, nothing break. They test it there. And if it's stable, they do this kind of testing in that environment. They do regression, they do user acceptance testing, they do user acceptance testing, alpha, beta testing there, and be sure everything is ready before they push it to production environment. And in the production environment, they basically do smoke and sanity testing. They just test critical area of the application. What I mean by critical area of application, high functionality of the application, something that is important of the application, i.e., user can create an account, user can log in, user can buy products, and user can make payments. If all those functionalities are working, that means what is have been working in stage environment and testing environment, nothing break, everything is stable. That will not disturb the production of live environment. As in, if customer cannot create an account, that's a very serious bug. And if they cannot make payment, that's a very serious bug as well. So if those ones are not working, they will roll back the development. But if those ones are working, they can leave it in the productions. What I mean by production is where everybody can make order online. And a typical example of this is where the developer do development environment. This is where the developer do the coding of the requirement or the user stories, as the case may be. Depend on what I mean requirement or user story, depending on the methodology you are using. And a test environment, this is where testers carry out various testing on application under development. Unit testing, component/component testing, smoke testing, integration testing. You know, what I mean by component testing is each module of the application have been fully developed. And when the build is ready, they normally call it the build. When the build is ready, they will push it to test environment for you to test. And you just test. A typical example of component testing is account creation. User can create an account. Now, for you to create an account, you need to click on either register or sign up button. And when you click on sign up button on the website, it opens up the account creation or account register page for you. Then you put your first name, last name, email address, telephone number, and other requirements. Then click password, confirm password, then click on register or sign up. Now, once you create an account, depending on the requirement or the functionality system of the application, either you get an email to confirm your email account, and when you log into your email account, you need to click link to confirm your email. And once you confirm your email, then your registrations are successfully completed. Now you need to log in. Login is another module. You have to click on login, enter your email address and the password you submitted when you are creating an account, and you're able to log in. So those are the component testing. And once you build are ready, they put you to test the environment. And when you test them, you now call integration testing. Once you create an account, you should be able to log in. Two of them now become integration testing. And if you log in, you should be able to log into your user profile. Do you understand what I mean by that? Hello, Oliver.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, after the integration testing, you move on to the system testing. System testing is to check all the functionality from create an account, make order, and add order to the basket, make payment, and everything is working successfully. And regression is checking that what you have been checking when they are building a new build, when they finish create an account, login page successfully, then if they put other module into the application like sales modules or payment module, like payment gateway are now integrated, you need to now check as they are building those builds gradually and adding it to the application. You need to keep on checking that what have been working before is still working. That is regression testing. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So on that note, we move down to the next one, which is staging the environment. And if those things are working correctly, they move it to the next stage. This is where testers carry out second round of testing activity to ascertain the application under development is stable and ready to go live. They carry out regression testing, user acceptance testing, which is alpha and beta. At this level now, they call the product owner or the worker of a product owner, they bring out some test cases for them. And from that test cases, they allow them to run it and see the application is working. And they do load, depending on the kind of application they are doing, they do load and stress testing. They carry out performance testing. What I mean by performance testing, if the network is not that strong, can the system still able to work? Like dial-up, we have 3G, we have 4G network. Can it work?
Yeah.
They need to test if you can work in a place where the network is so low. And then they do mobile testing. Mobile testing is when you use your mobile phone browser to test the application. Then if the application is also going to have an app, they need to test the application on mobile app. Then you do cross-browsing testing, checking different browsers. What I mean by cross-browsing, like checking different browsers, checking the application is working. Excuse me. Hello, Emeka. Yes, it's done since immediately. Yeah. So they need to check the application on Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, Chrome, Safari, and see the way the application is going to behave. And if it's on mobile phone, they need to look at different screen sizes. They need to look at the iPhone. They need to look at Android phones. They look at tablets and iPad. Those won't have different screen, and see how the application is going to properly resize. And on productions, when everything is checked and everything looks okay, there's no high severity of defects, they cannot push to live environment. There might be a defect, it might be trivial or minor, which does not affect the operational of the application. With that, they can push it to live environment, and they will fix those ones later. Now we move down to production/live environment. This is where tester perform sanity testing, critical fixtures testing, and customer and general public have access to the website. This is when the general public have access to the website, and the website is fully ready for people to start making use of. Those are the things that we really discussed in detail last week. And we talk about software development life cycle. We talk about software development proposal. That is, how did they start software development? How does software development start from? We start the software development proposal. That is when a software house or company just said, we are social company. We look at your website, it's an old design. We are good. This is what we've done before, and we can redesign your website to this level, to high standard with a good qualities. And they will send the proposal.
I understand the life cycle.
Hello?
I understand the life cycle.
And the software life cycle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a software development life cycle. How does it start from?
Yeah, I say I understand it.
Okay, you understand, so I don't need to. Oh, good, thank you. Now, on that note, we move down to the next one, and software testing life cycle, which is requirement analysis. Then we talk about test planning and strategy. What do we mean by test planning and strategies? Planning is what are we going to test? What area are we going to test? Are we going to use exploratory testing? What strategy are we going to use in testing? Sometimes you might not have access, or there might not be requirement. They will just give you the website and ask you to perform exploratory testing. That's testing the application without any requirement. And you were able to just click on this, see what happened, click on this, navigate to this page. Just like when they want you to test the application as a user. And in that case, they are testing the user interface, how usability friendly is that platform or website is all about. That you don't need technical skill or technical knowledge for you to use the website, because they don't know the kind of person that is going to use the website. And the website is available for both technical person and non-technical person. So from a first-time user, the website should be user-friendly and everybody should be able to use it. That's why they normally use that strategy, that use exploratory testing to test this application as a tester. Don't look at yourself as a professional tester. Look at yourself as a user, somebody that just come to the website to buy something. Yeah.
As a normal user.
Yeah, as a normal user. But you are working as a tester. The only thing you now differentiate you at that point is when you are now reporting any defect you find or you are now reporting that the website is not user friendly, it's a bit complicated, you make a report.
Yeah.
What you think that you need to be changing, that I don't need to start having too many information. It's not straightforward. I click on this, this is not working. Then you start reporting the bug or your observation and how to improve that website as a qualified tester.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
when you do test planning, then you do test cases design. We are going to discover how to design test cases for all the requirements. Then test environment. Once the test environment is ready and your test cases is ready again, then you do test cases execution. In this place, you can either execute your test cases or using manual method, or you use automation skill or tools to test your test cases. And then test report, you have to report the defect, enhancement, there is need for changes or suggestions. And the tools you are going to use here is Jira, Application Life Management tool known as HP or Quality Center. We have Trello. These are the tools they use in the market, but the most common one is Jira, followed by ALM, which is used by a big multinational company, but it's very expensive. Then Trello, and Trello is somehow free for low earner. Then once you carry out your testing and you find a defect, you report the defect. And once the defect is being fixed, you come back to you do confirmation testing again. And if you certify that the defect has been fixed, then you do test closure. You close the defect. Hello?
I'm with you.
Okay. And moving on, we come down to this as in software development methodologies. How do we develop software? What method are they using? There are so many methods, but we are going to work basically or discuss basically on these four. We have Agile methodology, which is the most common one and most used one now. We have waterfall methodologies, and we have V-model methodologies, and we have rapid application development. Now, under waterfall methodologies, there are different teams involved. And the team, basically, we have Scrum Master, depending on how big is the organization or how big is the project. They will have a Scrum Master, they will have a project managers, they will have a product owner or business analyst. Product owner is basically in the Agile methodologies, but in waterfall methodology, they call it business analyst. But invariably, they are doing the same thing. Because in Agile, it welcomes changes. It's easy for you to have a change of mind, and the change you are making can be quickly converted into user story and put into the backlog. So there is always somebody called product owner who always stand by to liaise within the stakeholder and the business owner and the team, the Agile team who is working on the project. Now, his own role is when he put acceptance criteria, he creates user story based on what he has discovered with the owner of the product. You can see that invariably he's serving the same role as a BA. But in waterfall model, the BA is only just taking all the requirements and dump it as a functional specification for the business analyst and for the developer and tester and the project manager to start cracking on it. Sometimes the BA will just do the requirement and they will go. But in Agile methodology, they don't leave because Agile allows changes and they keep on coming regularly. So they liaise regularly with the development team and the product owner and the person that owns the project. So they give feedback, they give regular information. Why the Scrum Master is basically, I don't want to go deep, I will explain that to you later. The Agile methodology was highly embraced because it allows building of the application or modules bit by bit. And as they are building it, they are checking and testing them and moving them to done. As they are building, they are checking, they are testing, they are moving them to done. Like that, and when they will finish everything, they normally call it sprint planning. That involves kind of a backlog, but I wouldn't want to go deep because I will just mention them briefly. That's today's topic about Agile, because I specially designed a full day for it. Then the waterfall methodology is the same one that fall like a water. We have requirement gathering. I will show you the kind of that later when we get to that place. Then V model is a kind of a V method where we have verification and validation stages. And in the process, we have the format of waterfall on the verification stages. And on the validation stages, we have components or unit testing. We have integration testing. We have system testing. We have UAT testing, then live environment. That is why you have it in form of a V model. So I will explain that when we get to that topic. Then rapid application development. Rapid application development is like a prototype. You attend prototype meeting 1, prototype meeting 2, that the development house will develop the first stage of the application or the user story, the requirement they gather from the owner, and they will take it as a sample, take it to the owner. They will discuss it, look at it together, and the product owner or the person that holds the project will say, oh, that's fine. He's doing what I asked him to do, and the project is working very well. I'm happy with this. It will sign up and release. And they will take a requirement for prototype meeting 2. And that is the next thing they are going to develop. And like that, prototype meeting 3, 4, 5 till the end of the project. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we move down to, we are going to start this one now as in Agile methodologies. Definition of Agile methodology. I don't use any Google or textbook definition. You can get more on Google or get a textbook to read more about precise textbook Agile methodologies definition. However, what Agile simply means is not only methodology they use in software development, they use it in construction industry. We use it in our day-to-day life. It's just doing something bit by bit rather than doing them like if you want to pack your house from one, if you want to move house from one place to another, you now decided that, let me just pack everything together and bring a van to take it. I will pay the van £100. You know, you have moved everything at once. And when you are moving to that new house, you now have to offload it, put it everything in the same place. It's not going to get organized. But you can now adopt Agile methodology. Okay, rather than me getting a van, I can use my small car. The first thing I need to do is moving my bed. Let me carry my bed and the bed wooden frame. I move my bed and the green. From there, you go enter your new building, your new house, arrange and set up your bed and put your bed where it's going to be. Now you go back, you say, what then can I take? Let me take my wardrobe. You demantle your wardrobe, you take your wardrobe, move it down to your new place, you arrange the wardrobe. Now you can see that you are now arranging your things one after the other. Rather than moving them at once, you have to struggle with packing. And when you finish packing from your house, you put it into the van, you take to your new houses that you are moving to, you offload them, you now have to scatter them because you can't be offloading at the same time arranging them. Hello?
That's true.
So, but in Agile, carry what you can do now as what is very important. Put it here, assemble it, put it to done, test it, everything is working, done. That is the definition. Agile methodology is a type of project management process used for software development where user stories are developed based on highest priority, weekly or monthly. Agile concentrates on highest priorities. Most important feature of the application first. Through sprint planning, we'll get to that. That is definition. I just try to explain briefly about what is agile. So without using any dictionary definition or anybody definition, but you can go forward further to get a textbook and write your own definition for the purpose of interview or professional exam. Now, agile process, what's involved in agile process? We call it backlog. Their own backlog, they don't call it requirement. It's in waterfall methodology, they call it requirements. It's called user story. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I understand you.
In agile methodology, the requirement is called user story. It's the same functionality. Requirement means what the application should do based on the functionality of the website. Users should be able to create an account. That's it. Now, they now call something acceptance criteria. You need to put acceptance criteria in your user story. Those are the conditions that the user must meet for them to create an account, i.e., they create an account. If you are not the UK resident, you cannot create an account in some websites. They will tell you this is only for UK residents. That is acceptance criteria. So when you are testing, you make sure that no UK resident cannot register on the website. If you select another country and the website will not allow you to register, if it does allow you to register, that's the difference. Okay? Now, those requirements are called backlog. They will write everything the website should do. Users should be able to create an account. Users should be able to log in. Users should be able to, that is under age should not be able to create an account if they are under 18 years old. And users should be able to read the website. Users should be able to accept the terms and conditions before they create the account. They should be able to sign up for GPDR, General Data Protection, to receive email alert from or not to receive. These are the conditions that is more meet or the acceptance criteria they need to decide before they create an account on your website. If those things are not selected or picked, the website should not be pop up for them to create an account. Those are the things the product owner or project manager will put when you are testing. Or sometimes they ask tester to draft the acceptance criteria based on the user story. So now when the backlog, they put them together as a backlog, all the things they want to do, they will list them. Now in sprint planning, they will now decide what to do first based on the high priority of the project. That's what they call sprint planning. Now the sprint poker is like an estimate. The developer will say, okay, create an account. That's a module or that's a build. It will take me about 3 days to do or 2 days. Sometimes they use days, sometimes they use hours. So it depends on your organization. They'll say, okay, it's going to take me 1 day to build because they want to do the estimate for the project. And then the tester will say, okay, if the developer finish code developing within a day, he will use like half a day to test it. That's going to use like maybe 4 hours or 3.5 hours, depending on number of hours you use per day to do the testing of the create an account build. So everybody will start, the project manager will now start taking notice of the cost because they need to monitor the cost they spend on each project so that they will not overshoot or overspend on the project. Hello?
I'm with you.
In that process, they manually put a card within all the team. Everybody will have a card. They will now guess. If the developer say, okay, they will discuss about what he's going to do, how long it's going to take him to do it. They will now ask everybody to now table what do you guess the number of days or hours that will take the developer to finish that project. Then everybody
So
now, they will close the card. Then when the project manager says, okay, open your card, let's see, they will now open it. So all the team, developers, designers, product owner, project manager, they will now begin to look at different number of days each team member suggested. Now they will now ask them why. If they pick highest, the developer will now begin to discuss the reason why is this and that and that. And at the end of the day, they will not agree on the amount, number of days he's going to use to develop the project. Do you understand it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, sprint planning is to decide what the application they are going to do in the following week or in the following spring coming up. Usually, spring normally takes 2 weeks, depending on the organization, 2 weeks or one month. But the most common one is 2 weeks. And most agile team, plus or minus, they should not be more than 7.
Yes.
Plus or minus, they shouldn't be more than 7. And the sprint planning, their sprint usually every 2 weeks. And at the end of the week, they will do spring review. At the end of the spring, they will do spring review. What happened, what would have done better, retrospective, they will discuss about what have done. Are they completed all the assigned projects for them? Are they finished it in time? What are the lessons learned? What delayed them that they could not complete it? What are the bugs they discovered? Can they fix all the bugs they discovered? If not, they will push the bug to the next sprint. Those one that is trivial or severe that they could not fix it to one reason or the other, they will push it to the next sprint. And I will show you one thing now, which is a Jira board they normally use. They normally use Kanban Jira board. I'm going to show you the Jira board.
I have a question.
I
have a question.
Okay.
I was told that in Agile, that there's always a daily stand-up meeting where all these things you just said now happen, where people talk about what they're like, talk about the progress they've achieved so far on their what they call it again, on each user stories or whatever it is that they're working on.
Yeah, they call it daily stand-up. Yeah, you are right. Yes. The purpose of it is to discuss about the challenges they are facing or what they are currently working on. Just to carry all other team members along, so that everybody will be aware that, oh, this is what I'm doing, I've done this, I've done that, and I'm having some challenges with this, so that other team who have a knowledge can pop in. I've reported to my test lead who is helping me to find out what I can do, the option I can use. But as soon as I'm done, I'll push it to test environment, and tester will say, oh, I'm currently working on I'm testing the build released yesterday. And once I finish on that, I'm going to go back to do the regression, check all those builds that have been working before it's still working. Then once I finish, I'll be expecting the new build for today to come to the test environment for me to test. Just to tell them what, so that the project manager have a clear picture of what is going on with the team or the Scrum Master, making sure that everything is working properly. Nobody is getting stuck along the line, because nobody is going to be coming to come and check what you are doing on your system. Is what you reported, or if you reported a serious bug or you have challenges that are regarding the way the application is behaving, you can raise the questions at this daily stand-up meeting, usually between 5-10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Are you true with that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other thing you want us to discuss with us?
No.
Okay, now we are going to come to this side. I'm going to show you something now. We have the Agile project team. But before we discuss about Agile project team, I will just show you this dashboard.
Okay.
This Agile. There are different explanation, illustration of what is Agile all about. But this simply illustrates the simple way of what Agile is all about. These are backlog, project backlog. All the user stories are here. User can create an account, user can log in, User can add product to the basket. User can add as many products to the basket. User can make payment with credit card. User can make payment with debit card. User cannot, the website should not accept American Express card or foreign card except Visa and Master. Metro are not acceptable on the website. Those are the user story and the backlog. Now, when they do Spring backlog, that is when they move some of these things here to this level. These are 3 things. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 listed that we are going to do. But they move something that is 3 that is very important that they need to do from this place to this place. Now, when they move them, they call it planning. After the planning, they move it to design. The developer start designing. When the developer designing, when the graphic designer design finish, they move it to development. When the develop finish, they push it to tester to push to test in test environment. When tester test, tester deploy to either review for the project manager to do a UAT, or once they certify that, oh, the testing, everything is working correctly, they move to new functionalities. That is one build. That they call it one build. That is done. They move another one, this one. And you go this one, chap, they finish this. New functionalities added. And they move this one. You go again, and if there's a defect, they push it back for them to do confirmation testing. And if the defect is fixed, they go around again, and if it's done, they move it to done. New functionalities added. And when at any point in time, when new functionalities is adding to the environment, they will do regression. They will check the new functionality that is working properly. If it's working properly, fine, they will move it to done. And they will not do regression testing. You know, these are 3 things they've done. They will not check this thing is still working. Number 1 is still working. Number 2 is still working. Number 3 is still working. That is what they call regression. When you check this one alone, that is unit or component testing. When you check this one and this one together, that is integration testing. When you check this one, that's you are now checking, call it system testing, end-to-end testing. Is that clear?
Yes.
So now we come back to this way, which is we are going to discuss about agile projecting. We have project managers. We have scrum master. Depending on how big the organization are, they might have so many teams. But basically, they will put them into teams, small team. An agile team, maximum 7. They might be working on different functionalities or different modules of the application, depending on how complicated or how big is that project. But they will split them into different teams, and the team should not be more than 7. Usually, it should not be more than 7. And in that team, they will have project manager, they will have scrum masters, they will have business analysts / product owner. You can see that / them here. I want you to do more investigation to really read about the business analyst / product owner. You understand what I'm talking about. They are the same functionality they do. Especially, they use product owner in agile methodology, while business analysts, they use it in waterfall methodology or V model. Then we have developers, we have tester, we have designer, we have end user / support team. These are the people that do alpha beta testing. That they do beta testing, while tester do alpha at the developer environment or software house environment. Beta can be done in software house environment, or they take it to customer environment. Show them, okay, give them the test cases and ask them to use this end user or supporting or customer service relationship officer of that company for them to know how to use the application. If they have any reservation or concern, the tester will take notice of it. You know who are developers, you know who are testers. The graphic designer are the person who designed the interface, the colorful of the website. Are we together? Then business analyst, product owner. Business analyst is used in waterfall methodology, while in agile methodology, they call it product owner. And don't forget, there is also a stakeholder. Stakeholder are the managing directors, board of directors, the public, the marketing managers, the end users, the entire public who have a relationship with the project, or who the project is going to be affected one way or the other, including the owner of the project. The person that asked them to develop the application is a stakeholder. So on that note, I think we are going to pause today because I have so many things to do. I have to cut a meeting with a friend that is helping me to develop my website. So from next week, we'll go back to Agile. Then we'll now do test cases designing. How to design your test cases. Once we finish how to design your test cases, okay, I explained what is different life cycle last week. So this is the different life cycle. When you raise a defect, before you close it. Let me see.
Sorry?
This is a different life cycle. Now, when you raise a ticket, when you discover a ticket, a defect in a software, it becomes new. You can assign it. They open it, do confirmation testing, and it's closed. When they have been fixed, they're supposed to be fixed here. Once it's fixed, you do confirmation testing and you close it. But if you do confirmation testing and it's not fixed, you move it back to reopen and it comes back again to be reassigned. Now here, if it's fixed, fine. If it's not fixed, if they cannot fix it, they move it to next sprint, or they can close it because it's duplicate. And if they find out it's not a bug, they close it. If it's a duplicate, they move it from here to this place and close it. Hello?
You said confirmation testing.
Confirmation testing.
Yes, if you confirm it, then you close it, yes?
Yeah, if they fix, this place is supposed to be fixed. There's supposed to be a fix here.
Is it before the confirmation test?
Yeah, once the defect have been opened, new defect, they assign it. It's open. They're supposed to be fixed. I think that is missing now. I don't know how that thing is there. I put it there. So once the defect have been confirmed, you do confirmation testing.
Okay.
Because if it's not fixed, there's no need for you to do confirmation testing. It has to be fixed before come back to you. So once it has been fixed, this is from here, this middle here, you do confirmation testing. If you confirm that the defect is truly fixed based on your confirmation testing, you close it. If it's not fixed, when you do your confirmation testing, the bug that you reported is still there, or there's another bug again, you added it, you reopen it again, and they reassign it back to another person, another developer to fix it. Now, if it's fixed here, if they open it here before they fix it, they look at it that we cannot do this thing, no, because of that, we are going to move it to the next sprint. They will look at it, it's duplicate, it has been raised before, they close it. From here, if it's duplicate, they move it from here back to this place. Is that clear?
So how do you move to duplicate? Is it from fix or from open?
From open. Once it's open, they will look at it. No, normally this is supposed to be open, new, open, assign if it's not duplicate. They can't assign if it's a duplicate. This one's supposed to be on the top. So if it's open, they check. Can we fix this now? No, we cannot fix it now. They move it to the next sprint. Yes, we can fix it. Check if it's not a duplicate. If it's a duplicate, they move it from here and close it because they can't be treating two defects. They need to treat only one defect. Now, this is another one. If it's not a bug, maybe they call it showstopper. And they call it gateman, gatekeeper. like somehow a lead developer or a head of technical team or a project manager can look at the bug. No, this is not a defect. It's doing what it's supposed to do. They will close it if it's not a bug. But if it's a bug, they will have to fix it, or if they cannot fix it, they move it to next spring.
So when you, after confirming testing, why do you move to reopen? After confirmation testing, why do you move to reopen?
If it's confirmed that it has been fixed, they close it.
Yes.
Yeah, this is this place.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not fixed, they push it down. You follow this back again. They reopen it again. Which is this one?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Hey, once it's reopened again, they bring it back for reassigning.
Okay. Okay, I understand now.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, none. Thank you.
Okay, good. On that note, I think we've done. So by next week, we continue with the waterfall methodologies, and we finish up that one. Then we'll now do, once we finish how to design test cases, test design technique, the different type of testing. We have boundary value analysis, equivalent partitioning, state transition technique. Then I will assign you with Jira. I will link you up with my Jira board, then give you the project to start testing on. Then you can now be reporting if you find any defects.
Okay. Thank you.
The different categories of defect. We have a showstopper, which is severe, high priority, followed by highest, medium, and they rate it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 can be highest in some organization, while 1 can be highest in some organization, depending on how they rate it. They will let you know. Followed by 4, followed by 3, followed by 2, followed by 1. 1 are trivial issue, comma mistake, spelling mistake, customizing, something that is not very, very serious. 5 is the most severe one, where there is a showstopper, the application cannot work, they will block it. That the system you can't navigate to the next page, that you cannot do any transaction. So that's a showstopper, and that is always classified as highest for the defect to be fixed. On that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining, and we will continue next week by God's grace. If you have any question, let me know, and you can send me a message on my WhatsApp as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Have a lovely night. Bye.
You too. Bye.